Hi, Mia.
Good evening, Beverly. Good evening.
Good evening, Leslie. Hey, Mia, the 77 Rutland Road they're still going to present at ULURP next week?
Yes, they'll be there Tuesday.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you.
No problem.
Mia, a question. Which committee oversees the Grow NYC pantry?
It was kind of an initiative of economic development.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Thank you.
no problem.
Good evening, Diane.
Good evening to everyone. Good evening. How you doing, Beverly? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Good
I'm
evening.
good. Good evening. I just logged off of one computer and went right on to another. Right on to another.
I don't think virtual meetings are gonna go away, honestly.
Oh my goodness. But you know what? I'm ready for in-person meeting. I truly am. You know, I really am. You know, this in the house Zoom stuff has run its course with me.
I have to admit, I'm learning more. With meetings being virtual, I'm able to gather more information. Last night, I was in the sanitation town hall. I would have never been able to do that meeting if it were in person.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it has its advantages. You know.
Everything has pluses and minuses.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. The good part about the Zoom meeting is your attendance, you know, is you can be present. That's the number one thing. You
Right,
know?
you can be present.
That's the number one thing. You know, you're in the comforts of home and, you know, usually you're home, right? So Zoom
Right.
meeting, when you're home, it works. That's a plus for me.
Yes.
Mhm. I'm gonna come off for a minute. I gotta run upstairs.
We'll probably start about a quarter after, give people time to come. So if you have other things to do, that'd be great.
Okay, BRB.
Hey, Barbara.
Okay, hear me. Can you hear me? Hey.
Yes, I can hear
All right.
you.
Okay. How
How
are
are
you?
you?
I'm
Fine,
good.
thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Hanging in there. Another busy day.
Oh, yeah. Seemed like today was busy for me too.
Yeah, that's good.
What did you happen to do?
I had my yoga class today, and
Oh, that's right. Today is
Yeah.
Wednesday.
yep.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. Good.
Very good. And I spent some time with the granddaughter. Her birthday's tomorrow, and she graduates. So,
Oh.
double whammy. So I'm looking forward to seeing her tomorrow too. Yep, it was a good day.
Good.
Yeah, I know that person.
Huh?
I was just looking at the people. I don't know. I'm just here. You know that. I'm just here.
Before we get started, has anybody else seen the article on Little Caribbean that made National Geographic this month?
No.
It's pretty awesome. The headline is "For a Taste of the Caribbean, Just Go to Brooklyn," and it was published June 1st. So if you Google Little Caribbean National Geographic, it says, for more than half a century, the Crown Heights, Canarsie, and Flatbush areas have been a cultural touchstone for Caribbeans in America. Locals want to keep it that way. And they talk about Allen's Bakery, they talk about a few other things in the market, and it's pretty cool seeing your neighborhood featured in National Geographic.
Sounds good. Gotta check that out.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, okay, so
What is it called again? Little Caribbean in Brooklyn?
it's the headline is "For a Taste of the Caribbean, Just Go to Brooklyn." So it's,
Oh, okay.
if you Google Little Caribbean National Geographic, the article that the article should come up.
Okay. Sounds good.
It just, yeah.
Yeah, GEO. Okay. I've been in Brooklyn a long time, so I'll be interested in seeing things in my neighborhood too. I've been in Crown Heights practically the whole time, so that'd be interesting.
Well, I find the best pineapples in the neighborhood come from La Bay, the one of the featured markets.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Hi, Ron Perry. Hi, Nicholas.
Hi, Bev. Listen, Miss
Good
Blackwell,
evening, how's everybody?
Fine,
Hi.
thank you.
Bev, Miss Blackwell has an appointment. She has a doctor's appointment. She's not
Oh,
home.
okay. Tell her she was missed.
Okay, so she's not home yet.
Okay.
See. There we go, here I am. Okay.
In 2 more minutes, we're gonna start, everybody.
Okay.
Okay. So if you have a snack to grab or something like that, feel free.
Have you had a chance to visit the new market on Bedford and Lincoln?
No, what new market?
It's a new market, a Union Market, similar to Lincoln Market, but Union Market. It's very
You mean
nice.
You mean the open market or the grocery store?
The grocery store. It's called Union Market.
That's next to Cornbread?
Yes.
No, Lincoln. The one that's next to Cornbread?
Yes.
Oh, no, I haven't been in. We passed by the other day.
Very nice.
I was with somebody, we were making a shortcut to Javelis,
Uh-huh.
and it was open when everybody else was closed, but I didn't go in though.
Very nice. You'll enjoy it. They got
Oh,
everything,
yeah?
anything you can ask for, they have it. Yes.
Wow.
Great.
Okay.
And of course, I told you cornbread is good too. I've been there twice already.
Twice.
Uh-huh.
It just opened after Memorial Day.
I know, but I went with two different people. You know, I'm trying to introduce as many people as I can to it because I think it needs to be open, you know?
Okay, okay. Did you see the new restaurant open on Franklin? Right
Yes, I
beside
did.
Food Town?
Oh, yeah, I've talked with the owner there too. Yep.
Okay, let me ask you something. I saw
Mhm.
smoking inside the restaurant. Is that a what did you call it? A hookah restaurant? That
I'm
means
not
you go and you can smoke there as well?
She didn't say hookah. She just said it was a lounge, so it might be possible to
Okay, because
they have that type of stuff.
there was no door, it was wide open, and I saw people smoking, you know that little thing? It has
I've-
a little round bottom.
Yeah, I've seen it before. I've never done hookah, but I have seen the little pipes or whatever they call
Right.
it.
They
Yeah.
were smoking it inside the restaurant at the bar.
Okay. She didn't tell me that. I mean, I was gonna try and frequent there, but I don't know if I will because I don't like
Yeah,
that.
because I was getting ready to go in just to see what the menu looked like, just to see. And then when I saw the smoke rolling, I said, okay, that's not me.
Yeah. I know they had a soft opening on Friday. When I saw her Saturday after the event in the Rand McNally, I had passed by me and my daughter knows some of the people. And so we were talking and she said, we just telling her like, we hope it is able to stay open with the, you know, the way the atmosphere is around here with liquor and stuff, and you have a place, it might be a problem.
Right.
She said it shouldn't be.
Right.
She said the prices of the food is kind of, you know, on the high end, not like high end lobster, whatever. And then the drinks are probably going to be too high for any riffraff to come in. I said, I wish her luck. You know, I really do. I wish them luck.
Oh, okay.
But if it's going to be that type of atmosphere, I don't like that. So
Where's the restaurant? I'm sorry, where's the restaurant?
Franklin between Crown and Carroll,
Oh, really?
right next on the same side as Food Town.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a sit-down restaurant? It's where you can eat in or take out? What is it?
Yeah, you can sit down. It's a lounge restaurant type of thing, you know.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think I'll stick with cornbread on Eastern Parkway. I like that atmosphere better. There's no drinking in cornbread. It's just a family atmosphere. You know, you
That's
sit.
correct. I
That's
went in
nice.
there about a week ago when they
Oh, you
actually the
did?
day they opened.
Oh, okay.
And I found the food to taste very good, you
The
know.
food was awesome. Yeah. Did you sit down and eat or you took it out?
I actually sat down, you know.
Great.
Because I do take out so much, you know.
Right.
So it was
It
their
was nice.
first the first day that they opened that Monday. I think it was the
Right, it was
Memorial
Monday.
Day. Yeah.
I thought it was Tuesday. Then when we went, they said it opened yesterday. I said, oh man, I wanted to come for the opening, but that was okay.
I tried to get there for the opening my own self, but I got there late. I said I wanted to be the first customer.
Yes.
You
So we've
know,
been
but I
looking at that
didn't make
place.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but
okay, though.
nonetheless, it was good. The food was very good. I got a chance to talk to the owner as well.
Yes.
You know, and you know, compliment the staff, and of course, you know, let the chef know my compliments because the food was
Exactly.
very good.
And the piped in music was nice too. It wasn't no hip hop. It was nice
Absolutely.
music, right? Yes. Very good.
Absolutely.
Everybody should go.
All right, that's
Nice
it.
neighborhood restaurant. We got to keep something in our neighborhood besides Wendy's, Popeyes, and all those things. You know,
Absolutely, fast food. What's the
Nice
name of the
place.
new restaurant before we start? I know we
Well,
getting ready to go.
that I'm not sure. I just know it's on Franklin. I didn't see a name outside, so I don't know what that's
Yeah,
called.
I just saw store number 903.
903 Franklin. Okay.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
go for that. 903 Franklin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good. Ooh, I'm glad to see somebody else went there in the room. That's nice. That's nice.
So, good evening, everyone. I'm glad we got to share some of the new things that's happened since the last time we met. For everyone who missed the community fair on Saturday, that was an in-person thing. All of us some of us were seeing each other for the first time. New members and such, they've been on the board for 2 years, but for 2 years we've been in COVID. So that was exciting. So how many of us in the room were able to go to Saturday's event? Sorry.
You know, I was there.
I'm sorry.
You know, Barbara was there.
Yes,
So-
I know Barbara was there.
Oh, nice.
Nella was there. There are some people I'm sure I didn't see.
No, Diane wasn't there. I wasn't able to make it. I had another engagement that day.
I saw Nicholas there.
I saw him too. I met him for the first time.
Okay. So, could the number ending in 4839 introduce yourself?
Hello.
Hi. Could you introduce yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, I'm Dorothy. It keeps muting. You can hear me. Dorothy Dingle.
Oh, hi, Miss Dingle. How are you?
I'm still here. And you, I'm, anyway, I enjoy the meeting. I'm listening.
Thank you, and
Okay.
thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Saturday was an event. Everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. We got to see each other for the first time, which I thought was really great. There were a lot of vendors out there, so I hope everyone in the room got a chance to, I got a couple bags, honestly, had a chance to pick up lots of resources, because that's what they were, lots of resources. So during the course of going to all the tables, we ran into 777 Rutland Road. Is everyone in the room familiar with that? No? Since Unella drugged me over there, because I was passing by, and I'm like, what? So they're scheduled to be in front of ULURP next week, a week from yesterday, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to ask Unella to share what she knows about the project. Unella?
I'm sorry, Bev, yes. Okay, so the project, we have, it's on Schenectady, corner of Rutland Road, which is just across the street from Kingsbrook Jewish. And the issue is that with everything that's going on, if people are not aware, Kingsbrook Jewish is also going to be having major construction. So this particular building was, I didn't realize how big the lot was until once I got the information, I took a look. And it goes all the way back to the old boys playground. And the issue is that it was a little church that's been closed for a while. And my understanding is that the pastor is, ailing, and I guess they sold the church. Or he is based on what the gentleman who I spoke with, based on what he told me, is that and he's from, I have his card somewhere here. He's from yes, it's NPH, the NPH Foundation, and it's is Mr. Smarr, SMARR, and they bought, I guess, the building. They're gonna put up. It's now our development so far next to the hospital. I believe the hospital may have one building, 8 stories, but they're looking to put up a 12-story complex there in that neighborhood. And they're looking also, allegedly the church is going to be on the ground floor, and they're going to build up and I guess across. With everything that's going on there, they're looking, from my understanding, to change the zoning in order to do that. So hence, that's one of the issue. And
They want to go from R6 to R7.
Right, from R6 to R7. Thanks, Beverly.
You're welcome.
they're gonna do 184 new residential apartments, I understand. Allegedly, it's gonna be 100% affordable, 30% to 80% of the AMI eligibility. Resident service programs on site, so I don't know if this is supportive housing or not, which is something that we wanna go get into. They're gonna have 13,000 square feet of community facility space. I don't know what that's about. The new church will be occupying the ground floor, and they're looking to entrepreneurial development, Brooklyn resident job and contractors, WBE project participation, all of that. But all that is nice. But at the end of the day, right now, we are even struggling where we are in order to get parking and, the sewer main, all of that is atrocious. And to add additional to the resources that is limited somewhat over this side of the district, it's gonna be too much for us. That's one. And two, given the fact that Kingsbrook Jewish now is also gonna be building where their parking lot is, they're gonna use that as, below that is gonna be a supermarket, and they're gonna go up 7 stories, I believe, which is across from it's East 48th Street and Rutland Road. And Kingsbrook Jewish is also gonna be building, I believe it's 320 apartments as well. So it's gonna be dense over that side of the district. So they had a public hearing. I wasn't aware of it. I just happened to be going around on Saturdays, talking to the vendors, and he just happened, and I said that to show me the card, and I'm like, Rutland Road. And this was how this came about. But from what I understand, they're looking to upzone the whole corridor around that side. So that means that the heights for each building is gonna be astronomical. And unless they're gonna, create or invest in the infrastructure, we're gonna be in dire straits over there.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you, Unella.
Can I ask a question real quick? You said
Sure.
777 Rutland Road,
Yes,
and then I heard you say the church sold building.
there's a church there. They had a little church that was there. And it's apparently it's their property because they sold it to, I guess, some developer. I tried getting information over online. I haven't gleaned much from what I've seen so far. So I'm still, hoping to get information to see, because I got the flyer, I gave it out to, we have, in addition to our development, we have a lot of residents along the streets that's been here for well over 40 years. We have people in this complex well over 40 years. And in their twilight years, they're like, this is what we're gonna have dealing with.
Yeah.
So, as we can to promote, to see how best we can, and the fact that the community wasn't even aware of it until it boggles my mind, because I understand only one person from Community Board 9 went to the public hearing. So I don't know how publicized that was. That's also an issue. I think we mentioned before, Bev, trying to get a grip as to upcoming developments in our area, so we could keep tabs on.
Right, that was a suggestion.
Right, that was a suggestion. I'm resurrecting that suggestion again and see if anything that, because I went trying to find, there's also on Maple Street, across, I think it's 738 Maple. that now they had two bedroom houses. When I say two, it looked like little flats, old houses for years. And they tore those down, the owners sold, and now it's a similar building to what they're gonna build on Rutland, they're gonna build on Maple.
Mm,
Wow.
wow.
So,
So, mhm. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll wait till you finish. I'm sorry.
so, you know, and I went online, Department of Building, trying to get information over the weekend, couldn't find no information at all about that building.
Is that the 777
No, not
or the other one?
the other one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
my thought about the 777, you know, churches usually have to go through the Attorney General's office, you know, when they sell, because the question would be who received the proceeds from the sale. So that's why it usually goes through the Attorney General's office, where the Attorney General is aware of it. So my thought is the church still involved with what's getting ready to happen in terms of the new building? I did hear you say that they're going to be on the lower level, because that's what a lot of developers are telling churches behind the scenes. And then when everything happens, what happens is that nothing is in writing and the church loses out. But churches usually are not really supposed to sell, you know, like a pastor of a church, the offices, without the Attorney General's office being made aware of that, because the whole thing is all about the proceeds and who walks away with the proceeds of the sale.
Right, well, for that information, because I'm going to follow up, because I did try, as I said, reaching out to the pastor, but I understand he's not in good health. So I reached out to someone who I know him personally, and waiting to see if I could have a conversation, because Mr. Smart, the gentleman that I met on Saturday, was saying, I mean, look at this. This pastor is gonna get a gorgeous church. He's gonna be so happy.
Yeah, that's what they tell them.
Really?
Yep.
So,
But if the pastor is not in good health, who's going to be advocating on his behalf?
Right.
well,
Because he's not in a position to make sure that they don't end up in the basement.
I mean, I don't know, and that's why if there are because they have a board, I guess. Most churches have, like, you know, oversight with the board, including the pastor. So I reached out to this person I know that knows the pastor. So I'm gonna try and see how best we can come up with some sort of answer and get back to you.
But another thing too is NHP is a co-developer. Just information for the room. They are not the only developer. So
Right.
whoever they're partnered with, I don't know who their partners are, but whoever they're partnered with, I'm sure they have a say on which direction the development go as well. And by them being a co-developer, I don't know if there's a percentage, like they're 50-50, or the other one is 60 and they're 40. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure when they do the presentation in front of ULURP on Tuesday, and with everyone who's in the room and everyone, and for people that you know, please invite everyone who would be interested in learning about this project on Rutland, because it's not small. This is not a small project. And invite them, because the more ears you have in the room, the better it is. Housing, DEP has their meeting that night, so they're not going to be able to attend. So Housing and ULURP are going to be in the room with each one listening for their own particular aspect of the project and what they're looking for. So just for argument's sake, when we talk about 30 to 80% of AMI, let's just say we're a two-family. I pulled it up. Let's just say we are a two-family. 30% is $32,000. 40% is 42, 50% is 53,000, 60% is 64,000, 70% is 74,000, 80% is 85,000. So those are the income levels that the family would have to have in order to, those are the income levels that the development is going to be covering. So we don't I don't, and I gotta admit, on that side of town, Unella, I'm not familiar what the median income is over there. Do you have an idea?
I with our co-op is the same. It's based on your income, right? It's not so, but the homeowners, the prices for homes are really up there.
Okay.
The prices for the homes have it's a pretty penny. So you know, they're up in arms. But my only one of my issue is the what's going to happen to the infrastructure. You know, it's already crowded over here. There's not enough green space over here. There, you know, everything is just all clustered together. So it's only going to get worse, because now you feel as if you're blocked in, because my understanding also is that the gas station eventually is going to go away. And if that goes, then something else is going to be built there. And right behind the gas station is going to be the supermarket. On top of the supermarket is going to be a 7 or a 10-story building on top of that, because now with the new, with our previous mayor and the new ruling, if you have the supermarket underneath, you can go up to how many levels? So that, and across the street is going to be the housing component for that the hospital is building. So it's just going to be a lot that's happening over this side. As far as, you know, we wanted to see what study we can get done, but we'll see, and I'll let you know. Keep everyone abreast. I'm gonna try and see, now that I know, thank you very much for that. I'm gonna try and see if I can get anything from the Attorney General's office regarding that.
And for all of us who are familiar with, if we have relationship with the church, we don't want this church to lose out, as so many churches have in the past.
That's correct.
And they end up in the basement when they thought they were going to be in the lobby level. So if there's a way that we can find someone to advocate, we can find if they already have an advocate. So
Right.
Then if they don't, if we can identify advocate for them, because a lot of times people think that they can negotiate something like this, but if they're already in the ULUP process, the church has already signed the papers.
Right.
So,
But
the
it
only thing
may be
is-
legal, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a legal transaction,
true.
though, you know?
True, maybe. So when the presentation comes, like I said, NHP is a co-developer. So we'll see. I know the guy we met on Saturday, he's going to be present. So let's hope that his partner is going to be present as well, so we can ask both of them questions. And we walk away with a full picture of what that project is going to look like, not just for the developers, but also for the church. Because like I said before, if the minister is in poor health, who's going to advocate for the church?
Mhm.
He's not in a position or a condition to do so. So I wanted to bring that project before us so we can put it on our calendar to attend on June 14th, 7 o'clock, and it's going to be virtual. Wait, yes, it's going to be virtual.
Right, and I'm going to get further information on the one on Maple, because that too, they tore down the 2 little houses
Uh-huh.
that were there, and bear in mind, that's remember we had gone through that, where they had built
The church on the corner?
no, the mental health was right there. It's next to,
Okay. Got it.
right. So it's right on that. We were successful. It's next to that building. So, and that building is maybe about 8 stories or more.
Mhm.
So, And we were successful in having them do the entrance for that building on East New York Avenue because we were afraid of the traffic and, you know, because it was a special mentally challenged building with people living there. We thought that, you know, with the issue with the neighborhood, but so the back of that building is on Maple and the entrance is on the other street, which is more for a commercial corridor on New York. So we'd be interested to see. I've been getting calls from, you know, Miss Mann and some of the other Must Block Association people that live on that block as to, you know, what they want to do as well. And, you know, they're trying to get information as to how that's what is gonna be there, how, you know, because they only saw flyers, somebody saw a flyer posted. And that was how we got wind of it. It was as if,
Okay. And so everyone in housing, please come to the ULERT meeting and be prepared with questions, especially who's the developing partner. On the flyer, it appears they have it listed. It looks like the church is, but the church is not a developer. So, and what is going to be happening? Some of the questions that we could ask is, what is the community space going to, what community how? Because I have seen some buildings, the one on Eastern Parkway and Franklin Avenue, that was labeled as community space, but it only rented out. It was only intention, I'm told, to rent out to a medical facility. So, you know, clinics, urgent care, things like that. That wasn't the vision I had when I saw community facility. I thought it was going to be open so you could have tenant meetings there, board meetings there, things like that. But they said, no, that's not what the intent was.
well, it's gonna be 13,000 square feet, honey.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So let's bear that in mind. Let's put it on our calendar for next Tuesday, okay? So, oh, excuse me. So, thank you. So let's move to the affordable. Does anybody have any other questions or concerns? I'm sorry, about 777 Rutland Road? Okay, no more questions. And outside of the ones that we're going to have prepared for the developer on Tuesday. So now we're going to move to discussing the virtual affordable housing forum, which is going to happen on June 20th. Am I right about that?
Mm-hmm.
Right, June 20th. I reached out to NHS and UHAB. NHS is not available on that day. They have a previous engagement. UHAB hasn't responded. So if someone has a connection in UHAB that they can reach out to and let them know this is what we're going to be doing to see if they're going to be available. Because I just reached out to a general number. If someone knows someone there and can reach out to them, would you do that, please? And get back to us? Does somebody have a relationship with them?
Well,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Say again, sorry. No?
people,
Okay.
I know several people and if you have, then I will reach out. I just need a little more information. If you could email me what the flyer you have or something, so I could know exactly what to ask for.
Yes, we can email the details. The flyer hasn't been created yet. Now that you mentioned that, maybe we can create a general flyer. And because right now we have, just to let you know, we have been able to get HPD to confirm to talk about affordable housing, Section 8, affordable housing, Section 8, Mitchell-Lama. So we have been able to get them there, even though HPD is one unit, they have many facets. So we have been able to get them to commit to that. And who else? We reached out to DHCR. We haven't gotten an answer yet, but I'll reach out to them again to see if we can get them to come on board as well. But as in regards to the flyer, we can send you general details. We don't have a flyer confirmed yet. Would that be okay for you? Hello?
Hello, yeah, can I say one more thing about this affordable housing? I heard you mention Mitchell-Lama and other programs, but there is one called HDFC. And
Right. Yes.
yeah, this
Are you
keeps
asking if they're
shutting
gonna
off.
be
I don't know why my mic keeps muting by itself, so. Are you aware of HDFC program?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So we're asking, when HPD comes, we're asking them to talk about not just rentals, but homes, enabling people to be homeowners as well. Whether it's a cooperative or condo or any of those, we're asking them to discuss facets of affordable housing. Mitchell-Lama, those things. We're asking them to do that.
Great, thank you.
And you'll be able to get speak to someone about UHAB. Hello?
Yes, I will. Yes, I don't know why this keeps shutting off. Yes, I'll just send me the information and I will reach out to several people, and I could also send you their contact.
Okay, you have my email address?
I think so.
Okay, you keep blanking out, but just email me. You have my email address, and when you email me, I'll have yours as well. Okay, by which I can send the details to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So does anyone else have any suggestions or any other conversations in regards to the virtual affordable housing forum? Yunella, are you talking to yourself or to us?
Both.
Okay. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
As HCR and knows there are a lot of affordable, what can they maybe they would know what's coming down the pike, or is that something that we want to also look into just in case we have questions for them? I mean, there seems to be like a booming you know, business with new developments coming into our area. And in particular, I know this side of the district seem to be all of a sudden, you know, just well sought after. And I'm told that there are a lot more sales that have been going through. It just haven't come down the pike as of yet. So is there something that, or can they speak or on the fact, or can we get a list of anything that is pending or anything that is forthcoming as far as the district is concerned or area?
When you say they, Yunella, who is they?
The HPD, HCR, and because some of them are, you know, financing some of the building, the new builds.
Okay. So we can ask them, since HPD is showing up, we can ask them that.
Right. So,
and I'll send them an email to see if, to help them be prepared for that.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Beverly, excuse me, I want to ask a question. The housing forum is on the 20th, right?
Right.
And what time is that going to be?
6 to 8
It's 6 to 8. Okay. And
p.m.
why? Because just wanted to make a point of reference that I think that day is also, is that the day celebrated Juneteenth? Isn't that the 20th of June?
You are right. We're closed that day. City
Yeah.
of New York is closed that day.
That is a holiday.
Oh, shucks. Yes, you
know
are
that?
correct.
I just realized that.
Thank you for that. Yikes.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, good catch. Thank you.
Mhm.
Shoot.
Yeah,
And how is it? I've already spoke to HPD and they
right.
didn't.
Maybe they didn't realize it. Because
Yeah.
Juneteenth became a holiday like what, a year ago?
Yeah,
it was
it,
a
it
year
falls
ago.
on Sunday, but the city workers are
Celebrated
allowed
it,
to observe
right.
it that Monday and we're off. Yikes.
Okay. Let me send. Hey. For everyone who's in the room, what would be a good alternate day? Give me at least 3 so I can run past the agencies. Because remember, our last board meeting is that Tuesday.
Right, the 22nd?
Is that Tuesday the 22nd?
Yep. No, the 22nd is a Wednesday. I have the 22nd, but I have a community board. Why do I have community board June 22nd? Oh, you know what? No, I thought we said that the forum was going to be on the 22nd. Is the forum the 22nd or the 20th? I thought we said it was is it a Wednesday or a Monday?
Hold on. I was thinking, you know what, guys? Give me a second. Let me see what I sent. Because the Monday does sound like a weird day.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds weird. So maybe it's the 22nd, because I think I wrote the 22nd, but because you said the 20th, that's why I'm like, that's the day of Juneteenth. So I think maybe our forum was supposed to be on that Wednesday, the 22nd. For some reason, I wrote that in my calendar.
And the Wednesday sounds better. That's the day we would pick to make it stay consistent with our regular meeting.
Yes, the Wednesday was supposed to be the meeting and the tour. Why do I have that? That was, we had changed that, right?
No, the meeting and the tour was supposed to be today's meeting,
Right,
but the building wasn't ready yet.
right.
Oh,
So
I guess that was supposed to be the 22nd. That was the original date for the forum, maybe.
Yeah, I think the forum was supposed to be on
right,
the
that sounds
22nd.
better.
How do we get to the 20th?
The
I don't
20th,
know, guys.
I think it must have been the 22nd because I have a housing
Yeah,
thing.
That sounds better.
Yeah, my calendar said something of housing on the 22nd. So I must have put it in. Yeah.
Okay. I'm checking the request. The 22nd sounds better.
okay, because that's the day I think we originally had was the 22nd.
I
Right.
have
Because
that.
the 8th we were going to tour the Armory.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the third building is not done yet. It is the 22nd. It's the 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's the 22nd. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Goodness. All right, cool. Perfect. All right, so it's the 22nd. We're not clashing with Juneteenth. And it's on a Wednesday, so we're not clashing with the board meeting.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Anything else we're not clashing with?
That's a good day, I think, the 22nd.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you, because it took us a minute to get to that date. All right. What else, guys? Guys, is there anything else, ladies, gentlemen, or is there anything else? That we
Very
need to
quickly, I
discuss
have
right now?
a copy of the
regards-
presentation for 777 Rutland, so I'll send it to you guys when we log off.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
All right. So, do we have any more discussions, concerns, items that we need to bring up in regards to the virtual forum? The virtual affordable housing forum? No, guys? No, nothing
Yes,
else?
one more.
Your mic went off again. We can't hear. I'm sorry.
I'll email, it's going
Yeah.
off. I'll email.
Okay. Okay, because we didn't hear what you were trying to share.
Okay.
We're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Hey, guys, did anybody see the email that all the board members got on, New York State Urban Development Corporation, Clarkson Estates Mixed Use Project?
Mm-mm.
It's a webinar that's gonna happen on the 21st of June at 6 o'clock. Did anybody see that email?
Mm-mm.
Yes, I saw it, but
Have you heard of that before? It sounds like it's a new development coming up, but
Yeah, I think it's a part of Jesus Christ. Why is the word escaping me? Diana held a series of workshops on it during
this is
Civic
Kingsbrook
Minded.
Solutions?
Yes,
Oh,
it's part of that. It's one of the sites.
oh, okay, thank
Vital
you.
Brooklyn. I don't even know why that was escaping me. Yeah.
No,
it's a part-
I know why. No,
Yeah.
it's okay. Because
Right.
I never seen it called the States before. Okay, so
Right.
it's the part of the Vital Brooklyn project.
Definitely. You know what? I'll forward it over to the housing committee as well, because it's a public hearing. Anyone that's a part of the community or just has a general interest in the project can attend. So I'll send that over to you guys as well.
Thank you.
No
thank you.
problem.
Mhm.
So guys, let's put that on our calendar too, because even though it's a state project, sometimes it's a good thing for us to be in the room and just hear what's going to happen and see where we can make suggestions. Because if you remember correctly, when Diana did Vital Brooklyn, she did it during her Civic Minded Saturday things that she held monthly, and she used that platform to create Vital Brooklyn. And when it was over, she had a nice little booklet that all of her peers could use as a resource. I thought it was a great idea. I thought she went about it really well. And I thought it was the fact that it was a little booklet that all of us could use to add notes and stuff and move forward with it. I thought it was a great thing. So when we look at this project and we go back and use Vital Brooklyn as a point of reference, I think it's a good thing, because there's some things that's already, because remember, Diana's not the assembly member anymore. So it's a commitment. What Diana created is a commitment from the community So we want to hold the person who replaces her accountable. That's not something that they should be able to change, or that should change, because Diane is no longer in the chair. Because this is something that the community chimed in. This is something that the community said they wanted. So we can wave that little booklet around and go, we helped create this. You know, this is what we decided. This is what was committed to, and move forward with that. It's not he say, she said stuff. It was in writing. All of us voted on it. It was a lot of work, but I thought it was a good thing. You know, so if you happen to run across one of those pamphlets, look at it and you'll see the level of work, education, what's going to go in the community spaces, all those things. So this is, this is a good thing. So when you have it, we'd be happy to look at it, Nia. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so guys, if you can have a chance to go into the room and listen, please do that. The 21st. Why does that Tuesday sound familiar? That's not the board meeting, is it, Mia?
Oh no, we're the next week. You know what? This month starts off so funny. The month began midweek, so this is the first month where the committee meetings are kind of scattered. Like you guys are meeting, what is this, second Wednesday? But this is the first time public safety and everything else will meet before ULURP. ULURP, they're going last in environmental protection, just because of the way that the month started midweek.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you. So, guys, let's put the 21st on our calendar to at least hear what's going to be happening. And it is virtual. So, you know, that's one of the pluses, Diane. That's one of the pluses.
Bev,
I'm sorry?
time.
What time is it?
Is it 6 p.m.?
6, is it 6?
Yeah, it's at 6,
Yeah,
yes.
it's at 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I thought you meant the time now. So the next project is, does everyone remember when we, I'm sorry, before we go, are there any more questions or concerns in regards to that? Clarkson Estates? I just noticed, we got it in our email, but I wasn't really familiar with what it was. So when Mia sends us that, information, we start, whoever has questions, let's start emailing back and forth, you know, to housing committee, and we can do a conversation in that way. You know, like I said, we haven't started it yet, but we can always have a conversation via email in between meetings. We can always do that. Okay. So the next and last item on our agenda is going to be, I'm sorry, it's going to be 1180 President Street. I'm listening. Yes.
I just wanted to ask the webinar. Will you be sending that information out for
The webinar?
Yeah.
The webinar for the
public hearing? Oh,
Yeah.
yes. All the information will be in the email and a link to the actual project information, the website where the project information is listed.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you. Welcome. We having you.
You're welcome, guys.
So the last item is 1180 President Street. Does everyone remember that project? When we went, we were going to go on site. It's the project where there are 3 tenants remaining in the house that the landlord was telling everybody that you have to move, and only 3 tenants were left behind out of 20. So 17 tenants were relocated. So then DOB came, well, the landlord started to breaking down the apartments, abating for lead and asbestos, and the tenants were still inside. DOB placed a stop work order on the building. So now the 3 remaining tenants are left in less than desirable conditions. So right now, DOB is waiting for the owner to give them, because part of the construction is the owner have to make the tenants aware of their rights. And the owner hasn't done that. So that's why DOB, which is Department of Buildings, has placed a stop work order on the building. And unfortunately, from last time I checked in, which was last week, I spoke to the super, they still haven't changed that. So now you have tenants living in a building that's what, 75% vacated, and the apartments on the first floor,
Wow.
the apartments on the first floor are empty, and the gate is broken. So now they have squatters. So, that is their situation has been, their quality of life has been affected in a negative way. So that's why we keep checking in. That's why we keep reaching out to 311, and we've let the tenants know to continue to call 311. We continue to follow up with DOB. We continue to follow up with entities because I think Donna, who is a community member, she's reaching out to Zelnor, and she's reaching out to the new assembly member, Brian. She's reaching out to Brian to get them to bring more attention to the project, because I don't know if all of us are familiar, but with the iron gate busted and the building door lock busted and that first floor of apartments vacated with no locks on them, they're just one, that's just one big hazard. It's just not good. So I just felt I would keep housing in the loop. So if we run across any situations or any staff or a connection that we think can escalate this, because DOB can't move until the owner gives them what's required that enables them to get a permit. Right now, they don't have a permit to do construction in the building. They've already started gutting the building. When you walk into that building, now you have these little plastic things over the doors. So, and they started abating the building, which means removing the lead, removing the asbestos. But when you start doing that, there isn't supposed to be anybody in the building, because all those little dust particles start swimming around in the air.
That's correct.
So it's a hazard. So
What about insurance?
I'm sorry?
They don't have insurance. The owner of the building doesn't have insurance where they would be able to put the tenants in temporary housing?
But even, and this is the reality, they're supposed to, but even with them having it, it doesn't mean they want to spend it on the tenant. You know what I mean?
Attorney General. I'm telling you.
What's funny? We need to reach out to them, you know, and it's good that you mentioned that, because we forget all about her sometimes.
Oh, she's excellent.
Yeah, she is.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm gonna write this down. Okay. So does anybody have, I've relayed as much information as I know. Does anybody have any questions or any suggested additional follow-ups?
Well, I'm going to kind of divert just a little bit. I just want to ask a question. There is property there's a development supposedly going up at 1042 President Street. Used to be a lot between Bedford and Franklin. And, you know, one of the things, which is across the street from my home, and one of the things I'm noticing is that it's been very quiet over there. So I went and looked on the Department of Buildings website, and I see that there's a stop work order that exists on the property. It is so hard to try to reach out to someone at the Department of Buildings to get information, because in my mind, they want to put an 8-story building and the tallest building on this block President Street, Franklin, Bedford and Franklin is 4-story apartment buildings. So how did they get funding? I'm not funding, but how did they get the zoning or a zoning for an 8-story right here on President Street? I don't know. I think it all happened during the time of COVID, of course. And, you know, people are out of work, people are home working. So there's a lot of things kind of slipped through. So I was just wondering if anyone would know how to navigate. Well, I mean, I know how to navigate, but to get information on work stop orders and what and why there was a work stop order.
Are you sure they are needing a new additional zoning? Are you sure that wasn't the zoning? They're not building as of right?
I don't know, because I think as of right, you only was able to go the most 4 stories. Okay, because next door to me, it used to be a 1-family house. And they sold the house and the developers came, but they were only able to go, I think, 50 up to 55 feet, and they couldn't go any higher on my side of the street, unless across the street is zoned differently.
But
And I don't know.
right, are there any other buildings that's that high?
No,
And
definitely not. Not on, no. And then they want to do, I think it's valet parking. It's a one-way street, valet
Wow.
parking. So it's a big problem, but I haven't really been able to get all of the information. I'm trying to, because that's something that concerns not just myself, but other, you know, the community residents here on this block.
But as of right, be an issue also where, you know, if it's as of right, that could be the reason.
How would one know if it's as of right? You know, is that something that is posted on the Department of Buildings website? I mean, where would you find that?
Oh, it would be on city planning's website.
Right.
And I think
Yeah,
you sent me some
the thing
city
is that a
information.
lot of the buildings, like a lot of people consider CB9 underdeveloped because a lot of the blocks are not built to the maximum level. People just wanted to keep in character with the block when they built previously.
Right.
And now that people are coming in as developers and purchasing, they want to maximize profit. So they're maximizing the allowable space. Most people wanted to keep in character previously as owners, but now that developers are doing most of the purchasing, they want to maximize the space. But I can definitely check the address for you to figure out exactly what the zoning is for that segment of President Street.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
And
you
what's
so
the,
much.
it's 1042?
1042. It's 1042 or 1044. There's a
Got
couple
it.
of lots that they put together. And, you know, we're all kind of wondering how this even came to be, you know, and we're not getting any answers from anyone, you know, and a lot of times, you know, when you try to reach out to the owner or the LLC, you know, it's a sham, you know, you never can get to the right person. And it always seems to point to Division Avenue in Williamsburg. Now, I'm not sure what goes on there, but you know, it's something is not right. And I keep on coming back to this because something doesn't seem right to me, but I'm not able to get any answers. And I have been trying to do some research. I have been. So Mia, if you will, I would appreciate whatever you can do to find out.
So you saw the stop work order on Department of Buildings website. You didn't see it on the side of the construction site.
I didn't see it on the construction site. I went looking and I didn't see it. I'm not sure why they don't have it posted, because normally when it's a stop work order, it's usually posted.
Right.
And I think that you can go on the website and you may even be able to get a copy of, because I remember doing that before. But you know, they've changed the website, you know, Department of Buildings, they've changed the website. So I now have to learn a whole nother way of navigating through that site.
Yeah, I know the CHCR site has changed too. And this is a lot more challenging to navigate. I noticed their site changed as well. I don't know why, but I just noticed it did. Thanks, Mia, for finding that out for us. But to give an idea, I don't know if we've been down Sullivan Place, between Bedford and Rogers. That's a perfect example of what it looks like when they knock down houses together and build up apartment buildings. We have there. There are two, one on the right, one on the left, maybe three. Situations where they knocked down two houses that shared a wall, and they went up 8 floors. Eight floors, 2, 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors. They went up 5 floors, 8 apartments, because there are 2 on each floor. And the whole street has changed. It went from private houses to now you have I don't know how big the apartments are because I haven't been inside, but now you have private houses, went from private houses to apartment buildings. And it's a big difference. Parking's different, the environment's different. So, and then that is as of right. They never came in front of the board. So I can't imagine what Maple Street's gonna look like. President has apartment buildings, but not tall ones.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And you know
So-
what? As you were talking, I was also trying to look on their website, and to my surprise, okay, it says 1042 President Street. The date that this information was entered is June 1st, and what it says is the Borough Commissioner has ordered all work stopped under application. And then it has an application number. So they stopped it on May 31st, 2022, due to construction superintendent withdrawal. Now, I don't know what that totally means, okay, but it seems like maybe something whomever it is that's doing the construction work, maybe they withdrew their application because, you know, there's just some attention being brought to the Department of Buildings with regards to an 8-story on this residential block. Housing is important, everybody, we all know that. But, you know, 8 stories, I'm not sure if that's something that should be on this block or any other block that doesn't have 8-story buildings.
Right. But speaking of that, did anybody, what was the thing that the current mayor wants to do? They don't have to come in front of ULURP anymore. Explain that. You guys were talking to me about that on Saturday.
I'd have to get the particulars. I don't want to misrepresent, but I'll get it and send it out.
Okay.
But the other piece too is that right on, and yes, Mia, I don't know why they think that, the 43rd district is under utilized as far as buildings are concerned, but right on the corner of East 48th Street, at the corner of East 48 and Midwood, a home that was there, and it has a garage at the back of the house, and it was bought, and now I see where they tore down the garage, and my feeling is because right on Schenectady, the house was bought in the middle of the block between Maple and Midwood Street, and they built up five stories. So at the back, right across, and what they're looking at is saying that our building is 6 stories. So as of right, some of them are saying that they could go as far because there is something on the block, that's that height. So we were just looking the other day, and they tore down the garage. Now I'm wondering, which I haven't, and it's as of right. We haven't seen anything go up as of yet, but I'm suspecting that they're going to build on the back of the house and go up, just so, because they're going to say right across on the same block, across the street, we're 6 stories. So that's the latest thing now for as of right. So that would be towering over every other house that's on that block.
So that's one of the things that all of us in the room can stay vigilant about. Because during the summer when the boards are closed, that's when a lot of developers try to move projects forward, try to move, and now we have a new mayor too. This is our first summer with this particular mayor, and he appears to be an advocate of developers. So I think housing and ULURP as well. Oh well. Mia, have all the new board members been decided yet? Excuse me.
We
Been
received
decided?
a membership roster, but they still haven't received all the appointments from council. All the
Okay,
council members have not fully appointed.
all right.
Yeah.
And team, the reason I'm asking is, what did you say, you know?
So we're still short board members.
Yeah. The reason I'm asking is that if projects start to move forward during the summer, it would be nice if ULURP and housing could come together and still chime in. That's why I'm asking that question. But if we don't have a full complement of board members and we don't know who is going to be on what committee, that's not really something we could do. So that's another reason that it benefits developers to do things in the summertime, because that's just that boards can't chime in.
We're on
But
vacation.
right, we're on vacation. But one thing I can suggest is that even though we're not in a committee, those of us who have an interest, we can still come together and talk about it and see how we can push it in that way, because organizations like Flatbush Tenant Coalition, like there's some others, they work year round. So if we can lend a voice to them and bring attention to a particular project in their area and have a conversation, and it's still not a hopeless thing. You know what I mean? Because to let, like we're talking about, zoning to be changed, housing to be erected, plans to be approved, and just because the board is not available because we're out, they get to go through without any pushback is really not fair to the community. So we're all volunteers on this board. So if that's something we can join a particular group and lend a voice to and chime in and tribute to the press, then that's still something we can do. Give that some thought. Okay.
Well, yeah, plus the board office is still open.
Yes, plus the board office. Oh, good point. Plus the board office is still open. And Mia goes, oh yeah.
Like what?
Which is a good point. So we can all, that's still a central place where we can lend information, write letters, and lend our voice. And they too can push it out in whatever direction that goes to. And it's possible that they can see agencies too and urge them to, hey, listen, this is going to be happening in a particular district. These residents are having an issue. You have to lend them an ear.
Right.
You know, it's not like it's something that can't be done. So the time now is 22 after 8. We've discussed 1042. Thank you. 1042 president, as of right, the zoning. They have a stop work order. Mia's going to find out further information for us. We've discussed 1180, where they are. They too are under a stop work order because the landlord hasn't issued the tenants made the tenants aware of what their rights are and created a hazardous conditions for the tenants who remain there. We've discussed a virtual affordable housing forum. We weren't able to get NHS, but someone's going to reach out to UHAB. So far, we've confirmed HPD, who's going to talk about lottery, Section 8, and Mitchell-Lama. Oh yeah, it was suggested that we speak, we contact Attorney General's office regarding 1180 President Street. Okay, is there anything else that the committee feels that we should talk about, bring forward?
Well, we're also gonna do the Attorney General for 777 Rutland or
Oh,
Schenectady.
that's right, that's right, thank you. 7877 Rutland, okay.
And I'm not sure, but the owner of the building, whether they have insurance and if the insurance would cover for them to have the tenants relocated temporarily. But that's probably a piece the Attorney General will be able to, cover.
Right.
And we're gonna look at, I think it's 837 or 830, that Maple Street as well, to see what's coming over there.
Okay. 837 Maple? Okay. See what's coming.
Yeah, I can, think that's it, but I only received a flyer. I didn't really get, so I'm gonna walk over there, a copy of a flyer, so I'm gonna walk over there and see what else. It's, yeah, it says, progress is supposed to be residential, and it's, yeah, 837 Maple.
Okay. And remember that Mia is going to send us the information on Clarkson Estates that's part of Vital Brooklyn. Okay, and Unella is going to send us, I think I'm able to find it. Eric Adams says yes to city real estate development. But Unella's going to send it to us. Okay.
Yeah.
In regards to his new stance on ULURP and how he wants development to go without him having to come in front of the community. That would be a nightmare, really, but okay. Any other questions or concerns? Committee members, old business? New business, we've discussed quite a lot of new business, honestly. And if we don't have any other concerns or suggestions, or just, I want to get off my chest, we'll adjourn the meeting for this evening. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah, motion to adjourn.
Seconded?
All right, are we gonna be meeting before the forum?
The forum is, you know what, guys, we really should. Now, that's a nice suggestion, thank you. Let's see how this comes together in the next week, and you'll see, I'll send an email out. If we are able, we're able to get UHAB, and if we're able to get, is that all we're trying to do, is UHAB? I think that's it. And we have to do the flyer.
Yes, the
We
flyer.
have to do the flyer. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone have a good evening. Thank
Thank
you for coming. Thank you for being involved. And we look forward to our forum. We look forward to meeting before the forum. Okay?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Have a wonderful evening. Take care.
Good night.
You as
Good night.
well.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.